is your first time going to bed with me, I just need to let you know that I'm being really quiet because it's always bedtime on my channel, because that's what I do. Now, for this video, it's going to be about how to go to bed. If you're someone who's used to hanging around with me, chances are you could be an insomniac like myself. Now, I don't know if the microphone's even picking this up, but anyway, I might be running around the room later. I'm not sure what to do with the mic. Now, back to you. You're what's important. A little statistic. It takes the average person 6 minutes to fall asleep. I'm not the average person, and if you've been listening to my sleep hypnosis videos and hanging around my channel, I think it might take you longer than that too. It still takes me longer than 6 minutes to fall asleep. That's just how it is. But let's have a little talk about what's good about going to bed and how to do that. Now, I'm not saying my way is the one right way to go to bed. My guess is you've been going to bed for a really, really long time, and you probably have your own things, but I was hoping maybe there'd be some stuff in here that could be helpful to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to bed, and while I do explain things, and I hope this turns out okay and doesn't stink. Okay, here we go. Now, I take off my glasses. First of all, I'm going to start with my pajamas. What I'm wearing here is a very old baggy t-shirt, and my pajamas are made out of jersey. Same thing as the t-shirt. There's a reason for this. Please keep in mind that when you're sleeping, you're gonna be doing this for, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours, a long time. And while you're doing it, you want to have a good quality sleep so that the next day you can feel refreshed and energized and ready to do what needs to be done. If you can be sleeping and have things that are making you uncomfortable or annoying you, and you don't know it, but your level of sleep isn't as deep or as good as it's supposed to be. So I had these fleece pajamas on for filming, and I thought, no, let's get honest. The older, the better, and get off the fancy pajamas for the camera. Now, these are fleece. They're very, very warm. I'm just talking for myself, but a lot of my viewers are in the same boat as me because I'm a 47-year-old woman. I don't want to turn you guys off, but sometimes I sweat at night. I don't want to turn you on, but sometimes I sweat at night. I don't know. How does that work? Anyway, I sleep alone, so I don't know. But these fleece pajamas, they're really warm, they're so soft, they make you sweat, they'll make you overheat. So that's something that if you're getting night sweats and stuff, you want something that's more absorbent and looser. Now, of course, it would be wonderful if you could sleep in the nude. I have a teenager in the house who has friends, and I find that most teenagers, if you have them, I tried to research the name of the disorder, and I couldn't find a name for the disorder that is a deathly horrible fear of seeing middle-aged people naked. I tried to make up a word like gerionudophobia or something, but yeah, they have that. So if she finds out I'm sleeping in the nude, she can't be comfortable because she thinks any time I'm going to jump out with a naked body and, to quote her, traumatize her for life. Oh, you just wait, darling, you wait, it's coming. You're not going to stay that perky forever. But anyway, not that I'm bitter. Anyway, so yeah, I have to wear pajamas, so of course I'm going to wear something as loose and comfortable as possible. I'm also going to lose the bear. I really love her, but let's get serious. You know I don't really sleep with a teddy bear. If you do, great, but it's best not to have things cluttering up your bed that you don't need, because that's going to give you stuff to deal with while you're almost asleep, not really asleep, and ruin the quality of your sleep. Another thing that's going, sorry if this makes noise, but we're going to lose this. Now, what I have on my bed here, so that I can get the best quality of sleep ever, I sleep with 2 pillows. As you know, I have a really long neck, and they're one's kind of firm, goes on the bottom, and then one's kind of soft on the top. What I've got for bedding here is, this is a very lightweight yet warm, cheap $20 comforter, and well, I have sheets underneath. Why I have no sheets on top and only one blanket, again, you're getting into how much stuff do I want to have to deal with while I'm sleeping. And if you get sheets, they get bunched up and balled around, and they can get under you. When you've just got the one blanket to deal with while you're sleeping, it makes things less complicated. This is of a quality that it goes very easily washer to dryer, so it can wash just as quick as sheets, so it doesn't get stanky. And again, even if you're not aware of the time that you're sleeping, if you're having stuff that's getting in the way and annoying you, it's going to ruin quality sleep. So that's all I've got on here. Another thing I do is I crack my window just a little bit for fresh air. Now, I live in a very noisy neighborhood, but also the heater's right here as well, and breathing all that hot air bothers me, so fresh air is nice. What else do we have that's fun for going to bed here? Now, before I go to bed, have you had a snack? A snack is a good thing to go to bed with. If you're the least bit hungry, or even if you don't feel like eating, have a snack, because if you're the least bit hungry, you know that's going to bother your sleep as well. You're going to get insomnia from that. Now, what I have here is a cup of peppermint tea. I know chamomile tea is very well known for putting you to sleep. I find peppermint works better. It does have effects on your brain, but it's not drugs. Delicious. Do you know why? This isn't peppermint tea. And it isn't even warm. It's cold green tea, which I should not be drinking at night, because green tea's got caffeine in it, so you already know, cut out the caffeine earlier in the day. Peppermint tea, little story about it. When I was going on my let's not drink or do drugs, and no sleeping pills anymore either, no more meds from the doctor. Again, don't follow me. Let's not get into that argument. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I swore that mint tea had drugs in it, because it was making me feel so calm and so mellow. I said, I'm on drugs. I swear I'm on drugs. So I did research it to find out what was going on. And they say that mint stimulates your brain, like it increases your intelligence. And I think anything that's increasing your intelligence probably gives you more mind control to do things like make yourself go to sleep. I don't know, but it relaxes, calms me, and it's supposed to be really good for your brain. Peppermint is. And so I have my peppermint tea. I didn't realize how many mint things I was doing at bedtime until I started to put this together. You know, wow, I'm doing a lot of mint. But what I've got in here, this is scented oil that with a spongy thing my daughter gave me. I've had it for years. I've topped it up with Vicks now, or whatever. I can find it starting to not smell that good anymore, because it's a couple of years old. But that's another thing. I keep that by my bed. And if you're the least bit stuffy or stuffed up, again, I'm not a big fan of taking pills, remember. The difficulty breathing, again, you won't notice it, but it's going to ruin your quality of sleep. Now, I can also just touch my finger to that. That's got a lot of vapor rub in it. But yeah, you've got a lot of menthol smell with that. Luckily, I'm single, and I can just do this on my pillow. I get my pillowcases from the dollar store. So, if after time you get it's not a nice pillowcase anymore, I can just lose it, because then it costs me it costs me $400. Yeah, so okay, I got a little bit of that. Just a little light minty smell on the pillow to help keep my sinuses clear, so if you're breathing properly, again, better quality sleep. What else do I have? Oh, here's one. I thought, people are going to think me so blonde, because I made up a list of things to do to go to bed here. I thought, how blonde is that? But then I went, whoa, hold it. How many times have I gotten into bed waited till I had the insomnia, and then said, wait, I forgot to take my Tums, or I forgot to do this, or I forgot to do that. So maybe it's okay if you're having trouble with insomnia to have a list for a while. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Now, of course, somewhere in amongst all this, I'm going to put on a sleep hypnosis video. Now, let's see. If I was to put one on tonight, maybe I'd like one for motivation. Feeling like I'm not procrastinating. I'm feeling confident enough. I'm feeling loved. Yeah, that's okay. Heart's not feeling bad. I just would like some extra motivation, and there's no sleep hypnosis video for motivation. What am I thinking? I'll have to make one, but not now because it's bedtime. Don't get nothing to do with the stuff. This is the time I've set aside to rest. I do, however, have the Hypnotic Bedtime Story Part 4, which isn't done editing yet, but once I finish that, I could listen to that. That'd help me sleep. What else? I'm going to blow out the candle and turn out the lights. If you do have a teenager, wouldn't it be wonderful if they came home on time? If you could get them to do that, that would be nice. And then, here's something. This is a real cool trick. I've got that's really loud. I've got my cheap, no-name calcium antacids, mint flavored, of course, because we know mint is going to help you sleep and relax, and it makes you smarter. Studies prove that. But another thing that studies have proven is that calcium calms your nerves. I didn't believe in this one for ages. I used to have heartburn, and I was doing it for the heartburn. And then I found if I didn't take it, I wasn't sleeping as well. But yeah, calcium's good for you, and it does calm your nerves down, and it's a healthy alternative to taking a sleeping pill. If you do tend to get heartburn or any of that, sure, why not? But yeah, so I take one of these at bedtime. I chew one of them. They're kind of chalky and not fun. Once you get used to it, you start to think maybe they're good. Just tell yourself they're candy. So I've got all that. I'm in my bed, my window's open. My teenager's home on time and safe in her bed, so I don't have to stay up worrying about that, right? Yeah, sure. Okay. As far as the noise that's going on out there, I've already learned to hear the quiet behind the noise, focus on the quiet between the noise, focus on the quiet behind the noise, sure. Yeah, I like the air. Okay, so I've got, my bed itself, I've got a soft bed, and what I've got under this here is, just to show you, you know those foamy things? I don't know if you can, the camera's going to pick it up, but yeah, those foam things that you get that put the extra bit of padding in between foam rubber stuff. Okay, I've got two of them. One of them's like this thick and the other one's this thick. Lots soft. If you need a firm mattress, get some foamy stuff on top of that. I don't have an expensive bed because I just can't afford it. But lots of foam. Foam rubber is a wonderful thing to sleep on. If you don't have a foam mattress, get yourself some foams on there, and it's really, I have fibromyalgia, and it really, really helps with that. If you don't know what fibromyalgia is, it's the thing that makes you have pain. Don't worry about it. I'm over it. I've had it for years. I'm used to it now. Anyhow, I'm over it and done. Okay. So what else have I done? Okay, I've got a soft bed. I've got proper pajamas on. I've got my comforter. Take a moment at the end of the day, please. Take my glasses off so you know I mean it. Take a moment just to do this. I know it's goofy, but it really helps. Sit quietly and just love yourself for doing that day. Just love yourself because you did a day. You got another one in. I don't know if it went really great. I don't know if it really stunk. It was probably somewhere in between. But just thank yourself because you got up and you did the day. It may not have been perfect, but you did it. Good for you. Congratulate yourself. I also take a little time to feel gratitude for my dad. I'm an alcoholic, so of course I feel gratitude at the end of every day that I did another day without taking a drink and had a happy time doing it, and I was glad. So I did just take a moment there and say thank you for thank you so much for my soft bed, and thank you so much that I had another day without a drink. But if you're not alcoholic, there could be something else in your life that you're, maybe it's a weight thing, or maybe you've gotten out of an abusive relationship. You can take that moment to say thank you that I got through another day without going back to Fred. Or thank you, I got through another day without calling person, fill in the blank. Or thank you, I got through today without binging on chocolate. Chocolate's good for you. We're going to talk about that later. Because chocolate's actually okay. I make my own though. And it's good. Yeah, so just take that moment to love yourself, to feel gratitude for some things that you're grateful for. Just grateful that you got through the day. Just grateful that you had a day. Be grateful you're still breathing. Some people aren't. So I already said listening to sleep hypnosis videos, of course. If you're an insomniac, you're also looking at, if you have insomnia, not just if you can't sleep, you want to be comfortable. You want to be very comfortable while you can't sleep. Another thing to know while you can't sleep is if you can learn to calm your mind and keep it still. Is there a fly on me? There's a fly in here. Anyway, make sure all the flies in your room are dead. Oh, great. Anyway, what was I saying before there was a fly? You were saying I was blonde. Okay, no. Yeah. I'm losing it. I can edit this, When I have my composure, I can come back and talk to you and look like I know what I'm doing. I could do that. Okay, so yeah, you want to be I remember, and this is really good. I remember now. What I remember that it's really good to know is if you can just quiet your mind and stay still and comfortable and let all the tension go. That's what sleep hypnosis videos are good for too. If you can lose the tension and lose the racing thoughts, you are getting just as much rest, almost, but not quite, as if you were actually sleeping. So just because you can't sleep doesn't mean you're failing at resting. So you can say, all right, yeah, I'm not able to sleep right now, but I'm not going to fail at resting. I can work at relaxing my mind, I can work at relaxing my body, and I can work at keeping myself as restful and still as possible, and that is almost as good as sleep, and we don't have to be perfect. And just knowing that will often take the stress out of trying to fall asleep. Just knowing that helps. Bedtime is not a time to work things out, not a time to worry, not a time to focus on how to fix problems, not a time to bring up your old resentments, to start rehearsing in your head something someone did that you didn't like. Shift your focus back to things you're grateful for. Shift your focus back to what a good job you're doing of resting. Shift your focus back to things you like. It's work, but it's worth it because you're going to feel better, right? It's better than tossing around, and now you remember when you were 10 and your mom bought you that bike and everybody laughed at you and you couldn't lose the bike and you tried to get it stolen, but nobody. Anyway, that might be my story. But yeah, you don't want to start digging through your history for things that bothered you. This is not the time for that. Okay, and we've had our scented oil or tea. I have an alarm clock. Here's another thing that I put away because I got the lava lamps out right now. Here's another thing. If you keep regular sleeping hours, that can often help. On the weekends, I start staying up later and sleeping in later. Unfortunately, all us humans have this problem that our circadian rhythms, like our body, and our mouths too, and our mouths say things. No, our body's natural rhythms are longer than 24 hours long. So that's kind of like, it's going to be hard for us no matter what. Maybe we're not from this planet, but I'm not going to start talking about that right now. I don't know where we're from. Yeah, our body's natural rhythms are longer than 24 hours long, so that makes it difficult. Going to bed and getting up at regular times, having an alarm clock. I'm bad on the weekends too. I know I should get up with the alarm, you know, so that's something, you know, that's helping if you go to bed at the same time and you have the same rituals in a row of things you do to let your body know it's time to sleep. What else do we do at bedtime? Okay. Yeah. Another thing I do at bedtime, of course, is remind you, if I forget to do this and I put it on the list, I'm going to ask you to subscribe. If you're not at my channel, if you're at my channel, it's down here, but you're probably not, because this isn't welcome to my channel, so it's up there. And you could subscribe and find out all the fun stuff I've got in store for you to help you go to sleep. So, oh, and there's going to be other things too. I shouldn't be drinking this, but that's okay. I don't have to be perfect. It's not even good. Anyway, sleeping positions. I want to talk about that a bit. I'm going to lie down and just talk about sleeping positions a bit, because that makes a difference as well on what kind of night's sleep you're going to have. Did you notice my last video didn't upload properly? I ended up freezing, but it still had the audio, so I put it out there anyway, because who cares what I look like? That's not what's important. Anyhow, I don't know if you can see me. Yeah, I think you can. Oh, this is really weird. I'm lying down in bed with the camera. Anyway, okay, about sleeping positions. I tend to have a little bit of sleep apnea. If you snore, that's a real bugger for wrecking your quality of sleep, the snoring thing. You may not be aware of it because you're sleeping, but again, you're not getting the proper rhythm and levels of sleep that you're supposed to be getting. Now, I like no socks on, my feet are free. Ooh, look, I got toes, that's really fun. Anyway, so I often, yeah, if you have hair, get it out of the way. You don't want that bugging you. I often will relax lying on my back and listen to sleep hypnosis video. But one of the things, of course, I'm going to find that's going to be a problem is this. I'm trying to do it. My throat's collapsing. I'm having a hard time getting air. My body's feeling something distressing's happening, and of course it's not going to feel as rested as it's supposed to. Now, here's a really good thing about sleeping positions you may not know. If you sleep on your left side, okay, on my left side, it's harder for my heart to work. Now, I heard a doctor say once, who was a smart doctor, that over the course of a lifetime, that could take years off your life. That's scary. But anyway, so it's harder to for your heart to work. And again, if your heart is having to beat harder, again, something physically is happening with your body that even if it's just a little bit, that's distressing your body a bit and wrecking your quality of sleep. So we're going to roll over onto my right side. And hopefully I'm going to talk a little louder because I don't know if the microphone's going to pick me up, but I think it will. Anyway, so here I am on my right side. If I'm on my left side, here's a trick to help, is to lean my left shoulder back, and I'm going to have to lose the cover so you can see what the rest of me's doing here. Okay, just a minute. Boy, I really wish I'd stuck to my diet if I was going to roll around in bed on a video, but anyhow, let's use the covers for a minute so you can see what I'm doing. I'll bring the microphone up here. Hi. Okay, so this is, if you've taken first aid courses before, there's a thing called recovery position. And that's where this leg comes up like this, this leg straight, okay, and this is shoulders kind of lean back, and they take your hands and put them under your head. Now they do this recovery position when you're dealing with unconscious people because it is the most comfortable way for you to be able to lie. Don't look at my butt. I'm looking at my butt. Anyway, pillow. It is the most comfortable way. Are we okay now? I hope I am. Anyway, yeah, it's the most comfortable way for you to keep breathing. So it's good to remember you're on your right side. Of course, we shift positions as we sleep all over the place, but just knowing that this is your best sleep position is to be on your right side. I put my hand up under the pillow, and I've got this leg here, this leg straight. I got a pillow over my butt because I was very self-conscious, sorry. And there. So now I'm in perfect position for, well, best position for breathing. Now I can breathe deeply and evenly, and I'm not going to be distressed while I'm sleeping, just knowing that's good. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? That's everything I can think of going over it in my head of things to do to help you sleep. If anything new comes up or people tell me stuff, I'll try it. You know, I'd stop and maybe do this again someday later, but for now, that's some stuff about going to sleep. And please remember while you're going to sleep to you know, just feel love on purpose. Feel calm, relaxed. You know, there's a lot of stuff I've done about brain management and finding those empty spaces between the words, finding that empty space in your brain. Can you even hear me? Oh dear, what a nightmare. Anyway, no, it's fun, it's okay. It's we're having a pajama party, it's okay. Yeah, so that's everything I think. And let's, before I go, I want to try something. Okay, no, I can't do that anymore. I just thought I'd try a stupid human trick. Anyway, give me something to laugh at. I did it. Okay, that was funny. But I hope you thought it was. Anyway, so yeah, relax, be loved. I put my neck in a cramp again. You see, I'm always showing off and hurting myself. And, you know, I hope that you have a good night's sleep, and I hope to see you again real soon. I like to hear from you. That's always nice to get messages. And, yeah, have a good night's sleep. Take care. Love ya. Hugs and kisses. And remember, just if you're like me and you're single, just because you're sleeping alone doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. Really? Hey, where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? All right. Good night.